Welcome back to NSRA Gaming. I own this university! Not really, but I wish I did. This university is absolutely amazing. We are at a place I can't pronounce university, and we are in the process of trying... Well, I'll get to that in a minute. We got a phone call. Hang tight.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
What a lovable guy. Okay, so, in the last episode, our train broke down. Well, not broke down, but it's out of power, so we wound up again. Basically, the only way that we're going to be able to wind it up is if we find something at the wall, which I believe we can access from this way. Okay, maybe not. Okay, we can't get to the wall from there. Where is this wall that we're supposed to go to? Keep talking about the wall, the wall, the wall. Well, I thought the wall was that way. Is the wall this way? Where is this wall of which you speak? Anyway, we have a book that we stole from the library about mushrooms. I have no idea what that's about. We also need to find an egg to be able to balance a mechanical gizmo in order to have something happen. And we also have some weird birds that are blocking us from getting up to the gangway. And I think you are going to take me to the wall. Hello. Who should I talk to first? Or do you both talk at the same time?
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
Yeah.
Are you from Barkstadt?
Нет.
So you're like me. Birds just passing through. I'm stuck here because of my train.
Kleine Puskereisen mit uns, no?
What did he say?
Train kaput. No luck for you.
Yeah. Can I have help, please?
I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Ooh.
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Porke no? More money for that werk.
Da is possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150? I don't have that much.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you $75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. I'll leave you to it. I won't disturb you again.
Do svidania.
Okay. Extremely not sure what to think. We need money. Where are we going to get money from? Oh my... Are we going to have to ask that jerk outside the college, maybe? And also, he said Guten Tag, which, if I'm not mistaken, is more of a Germanic language way of saying hello. I believe the Germans say it. People from Switzerland, Austria. So it's a very Germanic way of saying hello. But then he said Das Vidanya, which is actually Russian. So he said hello in German, and he said goodbye in Russian. Okay, not gonna question. But we need money. And these elephants are so amazingly cool, I don't mind passing by them again. Okay, can we ask him about money? Or is he just going to give us the same spiel he gave us before in the last episode? Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine.
Just who do you...
Yep.
Hey!
All the
Hey,
same stuff.
Listen,
All the same stuff. Forget it. I wonder if that scientist guy would give me $100 if I got him that book. I mean, who am I going to ask for $100? There's like nobody I can ask. Alright. Do I have to go back to these guys and ask for $100? If they give it to me, I'm going to be shocked. It's like, hi, I don't want to enroll in your program, but I need you to pay me. Hi, guys. Got a little financial issue. Maybe you can help me out, but I doubt it.
gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Yeah, well, about that.
Some sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. You are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barakstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
You know, I like you guys.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, we already all said that to each other. But I have a feeling we're going to say it to each other again, so remember your lines. We'll go through this rehearsal one final time, perhaps. Alright, so I know what I have to do. I have to get a cuckoo egg. Alright. Here's the only thing I can think of, is that there's a scientist guy over here. I think he's the one that's going to help me get rid of the birds. Hi, I need to talk to you about birds. Because I think you're the only one that will help me scare them away.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Need to know about the birds.
My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo. That's right. But, I'm so foolish. I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much.
So are we supposed to learn from that mushroom book?
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Okay. So... you. I need to look at you again. Okay. Native Amazonian tubes. Okay. Alright, catch the mushroom, find the fungus, reach the conclusion, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can we maybe give you this book? We can't. Okay. Never mind. I found out what the Amazon is, though. So, with that being said, does that mean that maybe I can consult the book when I am trying to go after the birds? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm still holding the book. I love that view. That is amazing. Okay. Let's try and figure this out. Screech, screech, screech. Alright, that goes out and that goes out. Don't need to worry about either one of those. Gotta get the barge going here at some point. That might... No, that wouldn't be our next step because we gotta pay that money. Alright, we gotta first get the machine going. Okay. Let's go over this way. Alright. I mean, I don't know if we can get a mushroom from somewhere. Are the birds gone? Birds are still there. Cannot use the mushroom guide for them. Okay. Let's go back this way. I think there's something down here maybe we need. Maybe a mushroom's grown over here? Can we find a mushroom? Mushroom. 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 Nope. By the way, Amazon sounds an awful lot like Amazon. I don't know if that's supposed to be a coincidence or not, but there it is. Okay. Oh. Maybe I could talk to the station master about getting rid of birds. Maybe. And I think he's just down this way, so... yeah, he's up over here. Alright. So let's talk to the station master, see if he can help us get rid of these birds. It's the only way I could possibly think of that we could scare them off. The book doesn't seem to do any doggone good. All it does is tell us about the Amazon. And there's nobody that we can talk to about the book, with the possible exception of that professor. By the way, I was curious about this. Some kind of a hook. Huh.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Bird.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary.
Oh,
I can
for
well-
sakes.
And you don't.
It wasn't.
You're not.
I see what
You're the fact.
you haven't.
Oh, what?
Why
Yep,
not?
yep.
Welcome.
Yep.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Mission.
You don't know where I might find equipment to.
Okay, no.
Maybe
no,
you.
No,
I
no,
won't-
Welcome.
no. We have this hook. What is it called, actually? A hook. Wow. Genius. Oh, I know. We're gonna need that hook for hooking up our train to the barge, aren't we? Okay. Never mind. Okay. We need to scare away the birds. Oscar, can you scare the birds away, please? Like, pretty please? Let's see if he can. Alright, Oscar, scare away birds.
Everything okay, Oscar?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am awaiting your instructions.
Good. I need to get rid of the birds.
You should take a look around the station, Oscar. It's amazing. Greenhouses that are all lit up, exotic trees, and thousands of birds of all different colors.
I am obliged to avoid exposing my wheelwork to corrosive bird excreta. I shall remain inside to monitor the locomotive.
Of course. Well, too bad for you.
Doggone it, Oscar. Doggone it. Well,
Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
ah. Does this train have enough power for me to be able to blow the horn, scare the birds away? I'll bet it doesn't. I'll bet I cannot access the inside. I'm gonna try it though. Nope. Can't. Terrific! Shh. Be quiet. It's a library. Not supposed to talk loud in a library. It's supposed to be very quiet. By the way, buddy, I realize that I'm supposed to pick this up. I really didn't cheat. Thank you. Good. Apparently we've also received a message. I'll look at it as soon as I get out of here. Those are very tall doors. Okay, now I can talk. Okay, so I looked it up. I had to pick up that book on the table because I'm an idiot. Now I gotta go talk to this guy. But before I talk to this guy, apparently we got some messages that have come in and I should really check them out. Oh, okay. So that apparently updates our dialogue book. Cool. We gotta talk to this guy. Because there's a very important thing that I messed up on.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Okay, two things I need to know from you. One thing that I really should have asked the three rectors as well. I was supposed to ask them about Hans. Apparently he studied here 50 years ago, so we're gonna ask this guy.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia. So, as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow, so inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, and never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes. He kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a maut. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there is only one tribe who made figurines featuring a maut, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object, illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
No, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent the story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
Interesting. That kind of tied in now to letting us know pretty much why Hans Vorarlberg would be, if he is, in Syberia. He's going to find the tribe. Anyway, we gotta talk to you about some grapes.
If I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Barrackstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much.
You are one of the few people I can talk to that actually gives me a straight answer.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Thanks, Professor. Good luck with your mammoth. I'm a little confused. One part of this dialogue that went on between the two of them, where she said maybe Hans was making it up. Well, didn't we have the mammoth plushie in the train car of the train that we're in? I mean, why would you say he's making it up when you yourself have seen the mammoth plushie? You went to the cave to see the mammoth plushie. I mean, that just didn't make very much sense to me. Anyway, gotta talk to the station master, apparently. No, that's not a shortcut. I was hoping that might be a shortcut, but it wouldn't be. Gotta go across this bridge first. That just takes us down to where the barge is. And the station master's on this side. I don't know why Kate Walker takes so long to walk up some steps. Alright, You are down here, are you not, Station Master? Guess we gotta ask you about these grapes that will apparently take away these dreadful cuckoo birds. Hello.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
What can I do for you, miss?
Can you help me?
Where might I find some Forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
I don't either. You get back here, you son of a gun. Where are you? Where did you go? Something tells me you might have gone over here, buddy boy. And if that's the case, I'm gonna follow you. You went this way, didn't you? Don't you lie to me, you station master, you. You didn't go this way. Doggone it. Nobody there, right?
Can't go that way.
Nope, you can't. Where in the world did he go? Now, don't ask me why. I'm merely following the walkthrough's instructions, but we need to kind of go on a bit of a side quest here in order to achieve our overall goal. Apparently we're not supposed to be looking for the station master. We actually have to get this little mammoth doohickey that I was talking about that we have here on this train, and we gotta bring it to the professor. But he's a cool guy, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Right. Well, let's go. See ya, Oscar. Alright. Gotta go this way. Oh, you again.
Excuse me, station master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No, you're not.
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Let's try again.
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even Forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here, in the famous Barokstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then don't believe everything you read, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
Okay.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barokstadt, miss.
Yeah, shut up. You don't welcome me at all, or else you'd be helping me out here. What is it you're hiding? I really would like to know. Hate a mystery. Anywho. Never gonna get old of seeing this scene here with the mammoth. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. It reminds me of Zoo Tycoon, actually, quite a bit. A lot of the options on Zoo Tycoon were where you could actually have, like, statues and stuff. It kind of reminds me of something like that. So, anyway, I gotta say, out of everywhere, this has been my favorite stop of the whole thing so far. I mean, Valadirland, yeah, it was beautiful. The factory was rusty. But, I mean, this is just absolutely a thing of beauty. Hey, Professor. Glad to be able to talk to you again, because you're the only one that seems to want to be.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Alright. First off, I think you're going to give me the same runaround. Let's try it again.
You wouldn't know where the Forest Sauvignon...
No.
I read about it in a book at the library.
Oh, okay.
Try going to see the station master.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
Okay, I'm not done with you yet.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
I'm about to make your day. As soon as I come back and talk to you again.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again.
What is it you want to know, miss?
Oh, shoot. Hold on.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
Alright. Here you go.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, sorry to disturb you again. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
Do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word.
Certainly fine with me. And he's gone. Whoa. Is this where the lecture will take place? Oh my. Something tells me that this is here for a reason. But apparently whatever the reason is, it's not here yet. Can't look at anything else. Okay. Whoop, what did I just see? Oh, it's just that. Okay. We could go down that way again too. But I do not want to sidetrack at this point. We know the laboratory's here. We gotta go get these grapes. So let's go talk to the rectors about it. They're gonna be so bored of me constantly coming and seeing them. And I wonder if they've had their tea time, or if they're still gonna say, oh, we gotta have tea again. Oh, where are you going? Get back that way. That's the way. Very good. Rectors, I need some information about grapes. Think you could help me out?
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little...
They are kept...
Nord, here we are.
Already?
Yeah.
Thank you for a...
And thank you.
What? No, hold up a second. Hang on, I guess I gotta go through your rigmarole.
Gentlemen,
A little problem.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
There we go.
are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional, you know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern, producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
Okay.
If I were to need Sauvignon grapes, I could presumably find them in the garden, couldn't I?
If Sauvignon were to be found here, it would doubtless be situated in the said location.
But the station master would have to let you in. He would be the only one with the key.
Yes, if that indeed was the case, that would be the correct procedure.
Got it.
Here we are, busy chat
already?
Not tea time.
Thank you.
Not
And
tea
thank-
time. Goodbye. Okay. You know, it's kind of interesting. A lot of times when I play games, I almost seem to predetermine a lot of stuff that ends up happening. This would be one of those cases. I was trying to figure out why the station master was acting the way he was. Now, I didn't say it out loud, and I realized that people are going to be like, you didn't really think this, but I did. The thought of wine popped into my head. I don't know. Maybe I just think too much during games. Maybe I should let my brain go dead and just let it surprise me. But anyway, we gotta go see the station master again. That view. He, I hope, is still on the bridge. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where to find him. There he is. Hello, buddy. we got some talking to do. I know your secret. I know it all. It's time for you to spill your guts and open up that door for me. Let's have it.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
Let's do it.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
I need a Staples button. That was easy. Alright, Station Master. We're gonna get them berries. I'm gonna scare away them birds. I'm gonna get that cuckoo egg. And then I'm gonna put it on that mechanical gizmo. Then we're gonna have the grandstand plane. Then I'm gonna get my $100. And then I'm gonna go on the barge, hook it up to my train, and we're gonna get out of here.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Thank you, miss.
Was it just me, or did he look like he had a black eye? Oh my goodness. Where am I gonna find this little garden? Berries. Yes! Finally! Those stupid birds are finally going to meet their match. I hope. Alright. Boy, that was a lot of running around to have to do just to get some berries. Okay. That's what this game's all about. Making you run around thinking you're doing absolutely nothing progressive. Then you look around and you say, oh, wait a minute. I did do something right. Isn't that a miracle? Birdie, birdie, birdies. I got something for you. Success. Up the ladder we go. I'm gonna get dizzy. Oh, there's the eagle. Yep, you are destined for great things, little egg.
impossible to reach it.
Really? Oh, no. 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 Please tell me this is what the hook is for. It's not. Oh. You can't do this to me. No, you can't. Oh. Why, game? Why? I was so close. So close to getting it. So close to knowing what I was supposed to do. What in the world am I supposed to use to reach that thing now, huh? You can't do this to me. I can't get the station master to help me. Birds are gone. They're not going to help. Who wants the help of a bird anyway? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Doggone hook, forget you. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to use to reach it? It's just stupid.
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine. Barakstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Appreciate the sentiment, but I'm doggone pissed off because I can't figure out why I'm supposed to not reach that egg. I knew you were important. Thank you. And apparently, if I had been smart and checked out the lab, might have had the chance. Might have found something like this. Thank you. And thank you. Good day, sir. Alright, so I know that we gotta go and use that little gizmo to get the egg, but we got ourselves a little cylinder, and I'm curious to find out what it means. So, let's take a listen. Oh, put it in there. Okay. Got it.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
That explained a super whole lot for me. I love how these little tidbits, it pieces everything together. So apparently all this was going on around World War II, because if you didn't see the date on that newspaper where the gun was going off, etc., was 1942. And of course the Second World War went on from 1941 to 1945. So that was what that was about. And that would account for all those ruins that I just saw in the last episode. And I was saying it looked like they were results of war, of bombings. I thought World War I, but I was wrong. It's World War II. So that just ties it all up right there. Alright, we gotta get this egg. This is our last thing before we can finally get that gizmo working, I think. And that's what I thought when I came up here the first time to get the egg, though, so I'm probably wrong. There's probably something else. Alright, doohickey, what's this? Gangala cola powder. Wonder what that'll be for. Thank you. I'll be going now. Birds, don't attack me for taking your egg. now we gotta go back to the college again. This game is a lot of running back and forth, but then again, so did Dreamfall The Longest Journey. The only difference was, Dreamfall The Longest Journey didn't take you forever to get to a certain place, but the fact that there are so many transitions from scene to scene here, it does make it rather annoying, and the fact, too, that the running is a good facet, but this portion right here, walking slowly up steps, that was something that would get, it got really annoying rather quickly. Oh well, what you gonna do? I'm enjoying the storyline anyway. Hi, Station Master. Hi, Station Master. I've got to go start up a bandstand that apparently Hans built. I feel so bad for Anna, though. Now, if Hans was a student here 50 years ago, that leads me to wonder, how old is the guy? I don't know. If he's even alive. He may not even be alive. Alright. Time to get this show on the road. Okay. Let's get an egg. Let's put an egg. Let's turn this baby. All that did was open it? Really? And we gotta go down here. Okay. You. You know, could you make your bandstand be not as depressing, please? I mean, that is truly depressing sounding. Why would college kids want to come here and learn? They'd be like, yes, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to learn, and they'd pass right by that bandstand and they'd be thrown into the depths of depression. Is that a great thing for you to be able to be doing to your college kids? You should be playing a lively tune so they'll be all happy and skipping to their classes. Well, it's your college. Who am I to judge? At least I got $100 out of it. So, yeah. Why do I have this Coke Nula Coke? I don't know what it is. Why do I have it? I thought I was gonna maybe need it for something to do with maybe the rusty door, but apparently not. Hey, fellas.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Well, I got her done.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
Aww.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
Something like
We agree to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'll do it as soon as I can. You know what? I got time. We're gonna end my little conversation with you guys. We're gonna do this since I should have done it before.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Right. Okay. That's all I need to know. Thank you muchly. You apparently gave me $100 in coins, too. Don't know how you managed that.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
Yep. Thanks, guys. This has been an experience, I'll grant you.